So does intelligence guarantee career success? Now, I'm being somewhat facetious with that question, but it is a real question because sometimes it seems we put way too much emphasis on the intelligence as measured by a college degree. Now, I'm an advocate for so many that college is an absolute plus. There's no question about it. But does it always predict success? And does it really predict intelligence? Let me explain what I mean by this and some learnings that came out of this today. So I just got off the phone with a development head who has been interviewing candidates the last 2 days for a very specific type of developer. And he had 3 candidates in yesterday, 1 candidate in today. The 3 candidates he interviewed yesterday all have college degrees, all very prestigious backgrounds in terms of where they've achieved their degrees, all had internships, all have been doing some type of development and so forth. And as part of his interview process, he gave them a real problem. It's something that he'd been struggling with within one of their applications that's very specialized in terms of the industry. And he figured, what the heck, let's get some free advice on this. So he said, here's the problem as part of your interview. Explain to me how you would solve for this, what you would do to solve for this. So as they went through the interview process, they presented back to he and some of the other team members on his team yesterday. And what was interesting is that the way they came to their solutions and the way they presented and coded their solutions were all very similar. They were trained through what they learned in university, a certain methodology of looking at a problem, solving for that problem, and developing the solution to the problem, which they did. And he was impressed with all 3 of them. They were really, really great candidates. Today, however, he interviewed a candidate, and he really didn't want to because she didn't have a degree. In fact, she only had 1 year of college after high school and really was self-taught in everything else that she did. I mean, let's think Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, and so forth. And he gave this candidate the same problem. Here's the situation we have with the app. Go ahead and solve for it and present. Well, she took about 1/3 of the time that the 3 candidates took the day before and had the solution. And as she's presenting the solution, the whole team, the hiring leader and his entire team that were there listening to this, were absolutely floored. They were amazed because not only did she create the solution faster, the solution itself was more simple. There was very little to the solution, but it created a greater efficiency even within the app. So what they thought was automatically intelligence equals success was something that they had to grapple with today, because what they found is those 3 individuals they interviewed yesterday, again, top of their class, extremely intelligent, couldn't be more complimentary of them. They were taught to think inside of a box, and they did it extremely well within that box. This other individual who didn't have that training but had the creativity really was able to think, it's an overused term, I know, outside of the box. So we've got to understand. Now, obviously she has the intelligence or she wouldn't have learned a lot of this on their own. But we've got to start reassessing what are we really looking for and what's a greater predictor of success. The fact that somebody got a 4.0 at a really great university, which I will never take that away from somebody, and I think for most it's good, or somebody who shows the creativity and the intelligence of thought because of that creativity to have a better solution than somebody who's taught to solve a problem in 1 or 2 specific ways. It's absolutely something to think about when you're interviewing candidates.